Hey, what is up, guys, and welcome back to the FCS Football channel. And we are back with the watch long for the Manchester United versus Burnley game, of course, at Turf Moor. Manchester United first game against one of the promoted sides this season. Hopefully, that means we can come through with the win. It's been a while since we've won a game, so it would be nice, wouldn't it? It would be nice to finally win a game. So, of course, we are the last game of Saturday. Hopefully, again, that's more good errands. Like I said, we haven't won in a while. Can it get much worse? So, this is currently where Manchester United sit in the Premier League. If I quickly sort that. There we go. So, this is where Manchester United currently sit in the Premier League. That is 13th. Everton have just got their first win of the season, beating Brentford 3-1. Our opponents today, obviously, Burnley sit in 19th, having played a game less than pretty much everyone else. Luton has not played 5 games, so that is wrong. Brilliant. Luton have not played 5 games, have they? They've played 3, maybe 4. Can't have played 5, have they? Maybe they have played 5. They have played 5. I don't know what I'm talking about. They have played 5. Why am I doubting myself? Why am I doubting myself? So, as I say, this is how the Premier League stands. I do keep saying, kind of rattling on the same point about our league position. And that while it's disappointing, I do think it's a bit of a false position. You look at that top 5. We've played Spurs, who are in 2nd. We've played Arsenal, who are in 4th. And we've played Brighton, who are in 5th. Once everyone's kind of played all the games and what have you, I don't think we'll be in a bad a position as we currently are. I do think it's a lot of Manchester United's problem at the moment is we've just played the hard teams. We've played the best teams in the division. So, of course, we're going to struggle a little bit more against, as opposed to other teams, because we're playing better teams. If that makes sense. So when it comes to lineups for the teams today, this is how Manchester United line up, and it is, yeah, they have played 5, yeah. It is a bit of a mess when you look at Manchester United's lineup. So Rafael Varane, he's not been deemed fit enough to start. Lisandro Martinez has pulled up with an injury, so he misses the game today. Which does mean we have a Niner in goal, a back 4 of Diego Dalot, Victor Lindelof, Johnny Evans, and Sergio Reguilon. Should I just leave now? You know what? See you later, boys. See you later. It's been fun. It's been fun. We've got Johnny Evans. We've got bloody Johnny Evans. Johnny Evans is starting in Manchester United's back line in 2023. Bearing in mind, we sold this bloke in 2016. I think it was 2016. Uh, 2015. And he joined West Brom in 2015. To be honest, Johnny Evans' last game for Man United might have actually been that's when we got smashed by MK Dons. His last start for United. Let me find out. I know. I'm trying to find out if Johnny Evans' last appearance for United was that MK Dons game. The transfer mark is broken. Clearly, Transfermarkt is full of people just wanting to know about Johnny Evans. which I'm not surprised about because he is quality, isn't he? What a player! What a player! But while I try and load that up, we'll continue. So left back is Sergio Reguilon. On the wings, in the midfield double pivot, Ericsson has been dropped, which makes place for Scott McTominay to come in with Bruno Fernandes in at number 10. On the right, we've got Hannibal Mabry. On the left, Marcus Rashford. And up top, we've got Rasmus Højlund. Now, that front line, if one's kind of sort itself, if the camera wants to sort itself out. Now, with that front line, it might not necessarily be that way. So we could see a Hannibal Mabry play central. And Bruno Fernandes out on the right. Like that. We could potentially see Hannibal Mabry on the left. Rashford on the right. And Bruno at number 10. It could be a whole host of different options. But I do think it will be Rashford on the left. Hannibal Mabry on the right. If I remember correctly, we saw Hannibal Mabry come on at number 10 under Ralph Rangnick when we played Liverpool. He came on and just smacked some people, didn't he? So I believe Hannibal Mabry played on the right in that game. So he might well play on the right again today. Transfer marked is not loading up. Where else will I easily be able to access Johnny Evans games for Man United? No, it was in pre-season. It was a pre-season game. What was his like proper game? I swear he was part of that team that lost to MK Doms. Johnny Evans' last Man United appearance before his return against Lyon was against Palace in 2015, with only one player remaining. Who's the only remaining player? Phil Jones. Luke Shaw is the only player that remains. How Johnny Evans is still here, I don't know. How has he managed to crawl his way back? But when it comes to the opposition today, this is Burnley's team. So it's James Trafford in goal. It's Connor Roberts. It's like I wouldn't even know how to begin to pronounce it. It is like L something and something. Decali with Bayer. Charlie Taylor is on the left with Cullen and Brownhill as that midfield double pivot. Goodmanson is on the right with Ramsey at number 10. Coloso on the left with Zaraya, Zeki, and Maduni up top. I don't know. I don't know these players well really either. But should be a bit of fun. Who knows how this game's going to go? I certainly don't. Right. Hopefully that's all right. No, I do look yellow, don't I? So, when it comes to predictions, how's everyone feeling? I mean, I have to say the lineup doesn't give me much hope. If you don't laugh, you'll cry. I don't really understand why Hannibal Mabry's playing. Don't get me wrong, he came on against Brighton and did okay. But we've got Garnacho. We've got Palestri. It's so unfair on Palestri. He was thrown in against Bayern Munich. Somewhat undeserved, well, like, harshly. In a game which we was always going to struggle in. He was thrown in that game. And then, but not the Brighton game or not this game in games where we might actually stand a chance. To me, that seems a little bit unfair. Right, give me a second. I need to go. Let me turn these lamps on in the back. This one's not even plugged in. Hold on, everybody. I bet this is not what we expected when you clicked on this stream. Let's stop the flickering in the back. They're different colours. That's yellow and that's white. Stop the pain, lads. Stop the pain. Oh, what a mess. What a mess. But, again, predictions. I do think United will win the game. The lineup is a bit ropey. It is a bit ropey. But, for one, we should be beating Burnley. Come on. We've got to be beating Burnley, man. We've got to beat Burnley. And for two, we've got options on that bench. Like, look at that bench. It is strong. You've got Amrabat, who I imagine we will see today. Actually, I don't know. Because I want to say, yes, we'll see Amrabat today. We'll see Varane. But, at the same time, to me, if Amrabat and Varane are in any position to play any minutes today, they would start, surely. Surely Erik ten Hag would have started either one of those ahead of McTominay or Johnny Bloody Evans. Do you get what I'm putting down here? If Varane was fit enough to actually play any minutes there, he would be starting. Same with Amrabat. Because they are both much better than what we've got out on the pitch today in McTominay and Johnny Evans. So to me, they can't be fit. Which is even more concerning given why are they on the bench if they're not fit? We have one defender on the bench and I don't even believe he's fit. We got Amrabat on the bench who might not be fit. We got Dangoor on the bench. He ain't going to play, is he? We know he's not going to feature. We've got Donny van der Beek, this is his first time on the bench all season. So chances are he's not gonna he's not fancied, is he? He's there to make up numbers as well. Right. You back? Not quite sure what happened there. Are we back? I think so. Oh, they're showing the midfield of our last few games and why it's good that McTominay's playing. Look, I don't like McTominay. He's coming for Eriksen today in that midfield. Can I watch the game live here? It's a watch along. We obviously will not. We can't broadcast the game because I would be arrested. But Johnny Evans, at least Johnny Evans is making his 200th appearance for United today. He made about 198 of those 6 years ago, over 7 years ago. Sorry, maybe 8 years ago, which is brilliant. Since is it just the one relegation or is it 2? You got relegated with Leicester, but did he get relegated with West Brom before he went to Leicester? I don't know. But he's had at least one relegation since then, and we thought, let's bring him back. And you know what? Let's get him his 200th appearance. What a joke. Right. I'm trying to be confident and trying to be optimistic and trying to be positive. But it's hard because that team is a joke. As I was saying about McTominay, yes, the Eriksen and Casemiro in the last few games have been exploited, but I mean, when McTominay came on against Bayern, it weren't much better, was it? Did it go? Actually, was it even better at all? Because McTominay can't get involved in play because he's useless on the ball and doesn't know how to read the game to pick the ball up. And I mean, last season, we actually had a very good record with Casemiro, Bruno, and Eriksen in midfield. So why we're now not trusting it at all, I don't really get. I would have stuck with Eriksen in midfield today. I would have, and if it's not Eriksen, I'm saying, you know what, Amrabat, you're playing. There is not a chance I would have started McTominay. And actually, speaking of McTominay and Bruno, there's no guarantees we'll even see this because against Bayern Munich, we actually saw Bruno Fernandes were dropped into the double pivot and McTominay started at number 10, was playing the number 10. So we could see that. And if we do see that, I may cry live on air. So get ready for that. Get ready for that. But yeah, as I said, positive news. Rasmus Højlund's playing. We've got a strong bench. Anthony Martial came against Bayern Munich. Looked great. So we've potentially got Anthony Martial to come on and do some damage later on. I'm more or less out of positives there. We're hoping for a good game. We're hoping that will see us shoot up that league table. We could get up to 7th, 8th with a win today. So again, that wouldn't be looking too bad. Again, especially given our results. This is kind of what really is first. You've got to win it. You've got to beat the promoted teams. (2-1) Burnley. Can't see United win with this lineup after finishing third is criminal. This lineup after finishing third is criminal. Look, I do want to say on this lineup, I do feel so bad for Erik ten Hag. So we'll go over to this screen, which shows our injuries at the moment. And this was before. This is when we knew Varane was in training. So the news was that he was going to be fit and available to play. This was before Lisandro Martinez was ruled out with injury. So that's 11 first team players out. Maybe take away Ahmad if you want. But we know Mainu was going to be a first team player this year. We saw that especially in pre-season. Mainu was playing with the first team. He is certainly going to be in the first team this year. 10 first team players being out injured for the 6th game of our season is a joke. It is so unlucky. Harry Maguire's not in on that, actually. So it's 11 or 12. He's out as well, isn't he? Like, we are up shit's creek. And we're not only do we not have a paddle, but our fucking boat has got a massive fuck off hole in it. Massive hole. Eric Ten Hag has just got the buckets. And he's throwing water back out as soon as it's filling up. He's trying to keep us above ground, above water. That is where we are at the moment. That is where we are. So I feel bad for him because what other choice does he have today? If, as we say, I don't think Varane is fit. I think he is there just for numbers, because if he was fit, he would start over Johnny Evans. If Amrabat was fully fit, I have no doubt he would start over McTominay. So if straight away 2 of our players on the bench are there not fully fit, maybe 50%, Dan Gore is never going to come on, is he? He's not going to come on. We've not seen Donny van der Beek at all until now. And he's on the bench today. He didn't make the bench against Bayern Munich. We have 3 goalkeepers on the bench. In Heaton, Alte and Vitek. We have 3 goalkeepers on the bench, and Donny van der Beek didn't travel with us. And we have not been told that he's had any injury this season. Palestri's on the bench. And look, the only position, 2 positions I can really say he could have maybe gone better is Eriksen and the right winger. He's gone with Hannibal Mabry today. Could have went Palestri, could have went Garnacho, could have went Martial. Or potentially could have moved Bruno out there and started Eriksen. All of those things I think I'd prefer over Hannibal Mabry. Although, that being said, Mabry came on against what they called Brighton, made an impact. So I can't be too annoyed. It's a mess. It is a mess. But like I say, that right wing spot, and midfield, but can you even blame him for starting McTominay because of how poor Eriksen and McTominay's been as a 2 this season? And there's no chance you don't start McTominay as that lone 6. You simply can't do that, can you? So it's somewhat out of his hands. And what is annoying, and I can already feel it happen. This is a must-win for United and a must-win for Eric Ten Hag. Not just because we're playing Burnley, but we've lost, 4 out of the last 5? 3 on the bounce, which is Arsenal, Brighton, and then Bayern Munich. You lose a 4th, the media is going to be on Eric Ten Hag's back. And they won't look at that lineup. They won't look at the fact that Johnny Evans, the man that got relegated last season with Leicester, that nobody wanted. The only reason we got him on trial is because nobody wanted him. And we were like, oh, you came for our academy. We will let you train with us. Oh, we'll use you through pre-season while Martinez is out, while Varane is out, while Maguire is wherever. Oh, you've done all right. You don't want a lot of money for a contract. Yeah, you can stay here for a year. That would save us having to go buy a centre back. That's the only reason he's here, and he's starting today. Hannibal Mabry. I believe this is his first Premier League start. Might be his second or third, but it's more or less his first, and he's starting today. I mean, the media love McTominay because I don't know. Again, comes through the academy, but none of them will take any notice of the fact that he's starting today. That lineup is ropey. Ropey. I mean, we're starting Spurs' left back. That is where we're at. We're Man United and we're starting the Spurs left back. But look, we're moments away from kickoff. If you are enjoying the stream, please hit that like button below. and subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. That would be greatly appreciated. The players are now making their way out of the tunnel. Here we go then. Injured Amrabat is better than McTominay. I agree. Don't you worry about that. We are in total agreement. Here we come though. It's time, ladies and gentlemen. Come on then. Let me get the I'll get the predictions going. Uptown, do you want to stick with your 2-1 Burnley? He's sticking with it. All right, fair enough. I don't like I said. I'm going 2-0 United. I back Eric Ten Hag and I back the boys to get a. I mean, it sounds crazy to say shock result, but what if it's not? It wouldn't be a shock result. I'm going a little bit far there, but it certainly feels like it would be, doesn't it? So lineups. So for Burnley is James Trafford. If I get, there we go. There it is. So it's James Trafford in goal. Robert, DeCarle, Mayer, and Taylor as a midfield back four. Cullen and Brownhill in a midfield double pivot with Goodmanson, Ramsey, Costello, and Amadoni. For Manchester United, it is Andre Onana in goal. Dalot, Lindelof, Johnny Evans, and Sergio Reguilon as a back four. I've got it down as a midfield double pivot with McTominay and Casemiro, with Marcus Rashford on the left, Hannibal Mabry on the right, with Bruno Fernandes at number 10, with Rasmus Højlund leading the line. Now, it has just been brought to my attention that it could actually be a diamond, with Rashford and Højlund up top, Bruno at probably kind of the tip of the diamond, with McTominay and Mabry either side, or it could even be Mabry at the tip with with Bruno and McTominay even side. Maybe it could be McTominay at the tip and Mabry and Thingy on the sides. Who knows? Oh, if you don't laugh, you will cry. Right then, we are moments away from kickoff. If you are enjoying, please do hit that like button below. Subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. And please do share the stream with your friends, with your family, and on your socials. Come on then. Let's be having you. As long as we don't concede straight away, I'll be happy. the standards are quite low at the moment, aren't they? But here we go. And it is looking like it might be a diamond. Or actually, it looks like Bruno Fernandes might actually be on the right. I think it is Bruno on the right with Mabry at number 10. From the word go, it certainly looks more like Mabry at 10. We are running. So we'll quickly swap that round. There we go. So that's Connor Roberts here. We've won it high. Hannibal Mabry. Look for Rashford. Here's Marcus Rashford. He takes a poor touch. And it's so poor from Marcus Rashford. Hannibal, it was Højlund that actually made the original challenge. Wins the ball. Fell to Hannibal Mabry, who drove with it and saw it Marcus Rashford too. And it was such a poor touch. As the defender slid in. And it just took him so wide. Instead of trying to go back across the goal, I don't know what he tried to do. He just got it completely wrong. Burnley will look to try and play from the back with James Trafford now. Walking it forward. So you just have to give me a second. Oh, we are all right. Good tackle. As McTominay picks it up, go on then. Bruno Fernandes. We'll just go back to Johnny Evans. Johnny Evans. So it is Johnny Evans on the right and Victor Lindelof on the left. Again, we'll swap that. We'll swap them round. Ronto. I'm sure most people don't care, but I get quite annoyed by stuff like that. A little bit OCD maybe, but I like to have them all on the proper sides. Onana. Got both centre-backs split. Onana will go long looking for a Reguilon. Poor from Reguilon, just kind of watching it as Connor Roberts intercepts, and Burnley now have it. Carly. Goodmanson. I don't like this. We're only two and a half. We're about 3 minutes in, and Burnley on the attack. It's a poor cross, and Onana has it in his hands. It's not good when you're 3 minutes in and you're already kind of worrying, is it? It's never bloody good. Oh, what fun we have. What fun we have as Man United fans. Johnny Evans goes across to Lindelof. They've swapped over. They've swapped over. Taking the piss. Andre Onana just walking it out. Goes across to Victor Lindelof. Evans. I can't get over Johnny Evans is playing for United. Like, I keep saying it, I know. And I'm sure it's probably getting annoying. But it's just the disbelief. And it's not good disbelief either. It's not like when Ronaldo came back, or what apparently how Arsenal fans felt when they signed Mesut Ozil. Kind of that, oh my god, we've got him, have we? Like, how have we done that sort of disbelief? This is Johnny Evans. He's starting for us. Like, what have we done to deserve this? So don't be surprised if I keep going on about it. Reguilon takes a throw in quickly to Rashford. Back to Reguilon, who's actually so far been a pretty good loan deal. He's played well, Reguilon. We can't play a diamond formation. Bring me back Ollie times. We're not paying a diamond. We're not paying a diamond. The lineup that I've got on screen right now is the right one. It's definitely no diamond. But there is still Johnny Evans. Johnny Evans. Back over. Goodmanson. Back to DeCarly. Or we can also hold off on wanting Ole Gunnar Solskjaer back at the club. Like a lot of where we're at is thanks to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I don't mean that in a good way. Like the reason we've got number 39 playing in midfield is because of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And look, I mean, there was news coming out. Well, there was rumours coming out. The reason that Man United didn't sell Scott McTominay to West Ham for £30 million, even though we believed that was way over his value, was because we believed that. Well, it was just because he's homegrown. As Bruno Fernandes, good save by James Trafford. Good chance there straight from Manchester United. 7 minutes in, Rashford found Bruno Fernandes who shot a cross goal. Is a good save by James Trafford. But apparently Man United rejected that bid, despite the fact we believed it was way over his market value, was because he's homegrown and he helps to add to the quota. And that was the only reason why we sold him over Fred. Ridiculous. As Johnny Evans goes back to Andre Onana. Onana. Across to Johnny Evans. Reguilon goes back into Andre Onana. Into Johnny Evans. United keeping the ball well here. Lindelof. Evans. Back to Lindelof. Casemiro's dropped into the back line. United don't score enough goals. We don't. But look, goals will come when we start to be able to dominate football games. And we can't do that at the moment. And look, that's obviously where Man United are looking to go. And pardon me. And I truly, truly believe Manchester United will get there under Erik ten Hag. I think he's the right manager. He has my total full backing. I think he needs time and he needs patience. And what he does, and he needs his players fit at the end of the day. I mean, what? You look through the signings that he's made since he's got here, like permanent transfers. Mount, not available. Lisandro Martinez, not available. Malacia, not available. Amrabat, not real. Is he available? Not really. Am I missing other players? Colin Roberts has made a really good overlapping run here. Puts the cross in. Good save, Andre Onana. That was nearly 1-0 Burnley. That was nearly 1-0 Burnley. Mamma mia. Amadune. I don't know. It's a good save. It's a save you expect a goalkeeper of Andre Onana's quality to make. But my God. This is not good, bruv. This is not good. Goodmanson pulls it back. Good play here from Burnley on the edge of the box from the corner. but they haven't really got the ball into the box. It's kind of chance wasted. Although it goes back out here to Goodmanson. Ramsey. Good run from Taylor. Taylor looks to try and get the crossing. Casemiro doesn't really deal with it. Still here with Charlie Taylor. Cuts inside. Good block from Bruno, and Mabry has it. But he gets tackled. Brownhill looks to put it in. Casemiro wins it. And McTominay heads clear. Mabry's giving it away again. But the flag's up for offside somewhere. United get away with one. But as I was saying, eventually, when you get all your players fit, when we get all our players fit, we get that bit of time where we get a good run of games, which is what we're heading in now. I think we'll start to see this Manchester United team create more chances, dominate games more comfortably, and then goals will come. But right now, and the last few games, it's been about, obviously we've created chances against Spurs. I believe we should have won that game. And Hannibal Mabry's in here, cuts it back. Rasmus Højlund just can't quite get it under control. It was slightly behind him, so he was trying to bring it under and trying to swivel. Couldn't quite bring it under, but it's good play there from United. And Hannibal Mabry, really good bit of skill. You can see that Højlund just couldn't bring it under and swivel at the same time. But yeah, you look at Bayern Munich, you look at Arsenal. How many teams are going to go to the Allianz and the Emirates, play expansive football and win? They're not. So those sort of games, it was about kind of do what we can to survive, and if we can get a point, brilliant. We'll get a point. And in both games, we nearly did, didn't we? 4-3 at the Allianz, a little bit of fortuitous, yes, but they got a penalty which was never a penalty. Against Arsenal, you could argue we could have had a penalty. We had the tightest of offside calls against Garnacho, and they scored the winner, and a kind of a settler, we'll say, for the want of a better word, in the 94th, 96th minute. So in both those games, quite easy, that result could have been a draw with a bit of luck. And against Spurs, like I said, I believe we should have won that game. I don't think Spurs were great. Well, they were good. They didn't create some great chances. Both goals came from Martinez's mistakes. One was an own goal. One was a deflection off of him that took it into the path of the attacker. It's not like they created an unbelievable chance for their goals. We should have had a penalty. We arguably should have had a second. And Anthony missed a sitter. But, as I say, a bit of patience. Hopefully Mount, Amrabat, Varane will be back for Palace, which I believe is our next game. By Palace, I mean Palace in the league. I believe we've got them in the Cup on Wednesday. Which I don't really care about. As the ball comes in, headed clear by United. You don't really get it under and it's fired over. But I think that was Bayer, was it? No, it was Brownhill. I just think we got to wait. We got to get players back. Do you? What position do you play? Who are you playing? I've got to say, I really do miss Sunday League. I miss playing Sunday League. Oh, by the way, Diogo Dalot's been booked. A bit like you're a bit of a Scott McTominay then. Oh, I didn't mean to put Varane in. Hello. There you go. So Diego Dalot's on a booking. You're a bit like a Scott McTominay. You play midfield, you play striker. Which one do you prefer? Bayer, Akali, and Kali? I don't know. Here's Ramsey. He's not Scott McTominay. He's not you. McTominay's now fouled him. Oh, Scott. Scotty. Well. Tyler, would you have been nutmegged there by Jacob Ramsey's shitter brother? And then fouled their striker. That is Jacob Ramsey's brother, isn't it? Yeah, he is. Thought he was. Look at me. Football encyclopedia. Here comes Burnley. Oh. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. Burnley nearly just scored. It's a great through ball, but I think that was Cullen to the 21. Who found it was to Ramsey, and the striker hits the post. Brownhill finds Ramsey. Why are Burnley playing well, man? That's what I like. Get you in midfield. How tall are you, lad? How tall? This will be a real shame when you say you're 5'6" or something. You get embarrassed in front of everyone in the chat. But how tall are you? Could you cut it in this midfield? And by the way, if you say you're 6'8" or something like that, we all know you're lying. Yeah, exactly, Uptown. Don't lie. Also, I don't like Vincent Kompany has got negative drip. Who wears a suit and then a baseball cap? Sorry, what are you doing? Who wears a suit? Or a shirt and blazer? No, trousers and blazer with a baseball cap. And as well, you're bald, mate. You're not. What are you trying to hide? We know you're bald. You've been bald for the last over a decade. You're not fooling anyone. I'm 9. I'm only 9. I don't know what that really means. I've got a sister who's 8, turning 9 soon in a couple months. And to be honest, I don't know how tall she is, but I'm going to say she's taller than your lad. I wouldn't know how tall if that's tall or not. To be honest. Guess one England player. What? What do you mean guess one English football player? Rasmus! How's he got there? Rasmus Højlund. He is next level. Oh no, that's quite tall apparently. Apparently the average is 4'4" for a 9-year-old. That actually sounds a bit dodgy now. Now I'm thinking, why have I googled that? So Goodmanson's coming off. For Trezor. Trezor got 24 assists last year. The most out of anyone in Europe's top 10 leagues. I mean, I don't know when we started when we started using the top 10 leagues, just to get the Belgian Pro League in there, but fair enough. No, I play for the national team, but I'm backups to my compact Johnny Evans. Harry Maguire. But Johnny Evans isn't English. He's Northern Irish. We ain't losing. Everybody wanted to know what I'd do if we didn't win. Guess we'll never know. We ain't losing. We ain't losing. The thing is, look, I don't want to keep going in on Johnny Evans. I feel bad for the bloke. He shouldn't be here. But Johnny Evans and Harry Maguire played together at Leicester. We've got Brendan Rodgers' first choice centre-back partnership at Leicester. At Manchester United. Like, imagine that. Well, can I say can I have someone take over before Euro 2024? Just get me Graham Potter. Oh, look, I know it didn't work out for him at Chelsea, but Graham Potter's a good manager. Get him in. Johnny Evans finds Bruno Fernandes, who looks for Marcus Rashford. Connor Roberts is there, but Maybury's picked it up. Finds Rashford. McTominay's made a run. Good choice by Rashford not to pass it to him. Let him run into a player here. No, he's gone out wide. Casemiro loses it, and here comes Burnley. Please go away. Kosoko? Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know how to pronounce this bloke's name. Is the news the women's? If it is, look, I've heard rumours, and I think that would be the most stupid appointment in the world. For two reasons. First of all, has she ever managed in the English game? I don't believe she has. And second of all, look, I believe in equality. I know, ladies. I know. I believe in equality. But, as a man that believes in equality, shout out to women. How could I not love women? My mum's one, as they say. But, as a man that loves equality, I don't want to see the men's game not kind of be put on a pedestal above the women's. Why should the men take the women's manager when the women's manager is doing so well with the women? What right do us men have to take their manager? Johnny Evans. Yes! Come on! Johnny Evans has scored! No! Johnny Evans has scored! Johnny Evans has scored! Johnny Evans has scored! Oh, Lord. What are they trying to give? No way are they disallowing this goal. They can't do this to poor Johnny. They can't do this to poor Johnny. No. You can't do that to Johnny. That's ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous. I can't be arsed, man. I can't be arsed. They've given offside. How can you do that to Johnny? Guys, go on, get involved in chat. Hashtag justice for Johnny. Hashtag justice for Johnny. He's had a perfectly good goal there, disallowed. McTominay's lost the ball. What I don't get about McTominay as well, he's such a big lad, yet he can't jostle. He can't, not jostle. Not really the word I'm looking for. What's the word? He can't shield very well. We just can't catch a break. On a positive note, there's a good tactic for corners to surround the goalkeeper. Well, that's what I mean. If United have only just figured that out, I don't know what. Well, it probably explains why we concede so many corners. We've only just figured that tactic out. Because that's what happened to us every single game last year with David De Gea. Surely we've not only just thought, you know what? Swamping the goalkeeper so he can't run out and claim this cross every time might be a good idea. Right. We have a free kick. Andre Onana sends the ball long. Rasmus wins the flick on. Hannibal Mabry will chase it. James Trafford will just go long. Half an hour in. We did have the ball in the back of the net, but it's been disallowed. Reguilon just knocked out for a throw in. Brilliant. But so far, I mean, I'm not delighted. But can we all agree it could be worse? We're not losing. We can all agree it could be worse because we could be losing. Bruno Fernandes has it here. Casemiro just runs into him and tackles him. But it's fallen to Rasmus Højlund. And my stream's frozen. You're taking the piss. You can't do that. Come on. Have some standards about you. You can't do that to a bloke. I've just seen Rasmus Højlund. He's about to run through and then all of a sudden, see you later. This will not work. Let me load the game. Right, we're a little bit. We've had to. We're a little bit behind where we were, which is a bit annoying. When I say a bit, I mean about 20 seconds. Brilliant. But here we go. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Fortunately. I mean, you almost get the decision where I'm not actually that. I'm not that surprised. Is that bad to say? Right, we're back. We're back at the where we were originally. There we go. Taylor goes down the line, looking for whatever his name is, the 21 that got subbed on. But if you guys are enjoying the stream, please do hit that like button below and subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. Helps get this bad boy in the top corner. Get it ticking up. What could be better in life than seeing that going up? I'll tell you, absolutely nothing. So Burnley statistically have the youngest team in the league. And I'll tell you another fun fact. Statistically, they will not be in the Premier League next year if they play like they have so far this season, because they have been pretty wank. Talking about wank, Rashford nearly just passed the ball to a Burnley player. We have got a throw in though. Well played, Regulon. Regulon looks for McTominay. Burnley deal with it. Somewhat. Casemiro wins it. Bruno Fernandes from the edge. Shot blocked. Regulon puts the ball into the box. Guess who's in there? Casemiro. But Burnley somewhat deal with it and clears it away. Lindelof. The Dallo. The Johnny Evans on the halfway line. Look at us. Look how high we're playing. Everyone in their half. Johnny, don't. Oh, Johnny's crossed the line. Johnny's back in his own half. Oh, Regulon, Dallo, step up. We want to be in their half. Maybury. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. Eric Ten Hag. You're getting Johnny Evans playing in a high line. Look how high he is. Look at him. We're past the semicircle. Oh, we've gone back. We've gone back. It's the small wins in life, isn't it? It's the small wins in life. As Rashford has it. McTominay. Victor Lindelof. Casemiro's out wide. Why is Casemiro out wide? You got, as you can see there, you got Dallo and Regulon inverted. You got McTominay and Casemiro moved up to fullback, and McTominay can't take a first touch. And Johnny Evans is there to save the day. Well, that's always been Rashford's problem. His decision making and his in-game intelligence is rock bottom. And look, it's something I've spoken a bit about on Twitter. In an ideal world, you'd be able to drop Rashford and say, "Look, we don't believe you work hard enough off the ball. As Casemiro's done really well here, and here is Marcus Rashford. He's looking to run and just runs into a wall of Burnley players. Shock. I mean, that kind of falls into what we were going to say. In an ideal world, you'd be able to say, look, your decision making is not great, good enough. You're lazy at times, and until you learn to kind of get your head up and remember you're a winger. You're not a striker. You're a winger. You've got to try and create as much as you have to try and score. And if you're not going to do that, then you're not going to play. In an ideal world, you'd be able to say that to him. But as you said earlier as well, we don't score enough goals. I believe it was you that said that, was it not? Yeah, you did. We don't score enough goals because we don't create enough quality chances. And because of that, what do you need? You need players who, from nothing, can bag a goal, can do something out of nothing. And in this Manchester United team, how many players can you say can do that? For me, you've got two. You've got Bruno Fernandes and you've got Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford being the main one. And with that being said, you cannot drop the one bloke that can score you from a goal from nothing when you don't create enough chances to make up for that. Not playing out from the back with Johnny Evans. I mean, to be fair to Johnny, he's not played too badly. Like, if we're being honest, has he? He's not been awful, but like, it's just that it's Johnny Evans, isn't it? Comedy kind of makes a tackle, but still Burnley here. What is that? What is that clearance from Casemiro? As we look for Rashford, the Carly goes back to Trafford. The Bayer. Trafford. Cullen. This is a nice play, but Bruno Fernandes intercepts. Looks to pull it back to Mabry. Hoyland wanted it in the box, but he goes to Hannibal. Burnley have done really well here to get it out wide. Dallow's out of position, but Hannibal's there. It's the forward, back to the winger. I don't know, can't remember their names. Kosovo, something like that. We're not talking about the country here, Kosovo. Roberts. Nice 1-2 with Roberts. Balls into the box. Johnny Evans is there. And this is the quality you get with a player like Johnny Evans. He's always there in the right place, clearing up. As Brownhill was in. Who's there to clear it away? Not just for a corner, but strikes it against Brownhill to win a goal kick. That's right, you guessed it. It's Johnny bloody Evans. It's bloody Johnny Evans. Gareth Southgate's here, and he must be thinking, bloody hell, wish Johnny was English. Wish Johnny was English. He'd be right in my squad. Every team up their game against United. It's their biggest game of the season. But like, I mean, it's like we always say against when we play the big teams, or at least what we used to say before we used to get beat by them all. I remember under Ollie, we used to be great against Man City. We always used to beat them in the league, or at least at Old Trafford. That's a poor pass from Hannibal, from Mabry. Bruno Fernandes almost made something of it, but in the end, Burnley did well. But as we used to say, it's easy to get the players up for a game like Manchester United, like Man City, like a derby. It's easy to get players up for that because it really, the players should motivate themselves coming to a game like this. In truth. And to say, oh yeah, we beat Manchester United. To say, yeah, I scored against Man United. That's huge. That is huge. It's easy to get motivated for a game like this. So teams will bring their A game. But it also helps when, like, because obviously that same thing works for Arsenal. And back in the day, you saw with Arsenal, teams used to get their wins against Arsenal. As a good save there by Onana to deny Ramsey. And the same goes for Liverpool. But Liverpool aren't what United are anymore. I mean, back in the day, like Hodgson era, Liverpool were where Man United are. But teams not only can easily get up for a game against us, but because we can't dominate games, because we can't create chance after chance after chance, we can't. What's it called? We can't sustain pressure well. Teams come into games thinking they can beat us. And often they are right. So it's not great. It's not great. But I do think we'll beat Burnley. Although we haven't really done much in this game, have we? That's with Andre Onana. We've got about 2 minutes plus whatever added time we get here in the first half. Onana finds Johnny Evans across the Lindelof. We'll bring it forward. Salah. Casemiro looks for Højlund. Can't hold off Bayer. Can we win it back? No, we can't. They do well, and it is back to Bayer now for Burnley. Decali or Decali. I feel like I've said that centre back's name about 8 different ways this today. Rashford looking to bring it forward. Knocks it past Connor Roberts. Can he get away? No, he fouled by Connor Roberts on Rashford. You did well there, Marcus. Dragged us up the pitch a little bit. And that's another really useful bit about tool that Marcus Rashford has. That pace, that directness he has, he drags the team up the pitch, which is so important. Especially, look, I've played in defence quite a lot over the last few years. And sometimes in not great teams. And the worst thing for a defender is when you deal with it, you win the ball back or you make a good interception, whatever, and you give it to your midfielder, you give it to your forward, and about 2 seconds later, it's coming straight back at you, and you have no time to reset. You've got no time to get your breath. It's straight, back on the defensive again. There's nothing worse than that. Marcus Rashford and his ability to drive you up the pit, you give it to him, he's going to take his man on. He's going to beat him a lot. And if he doesn't beat him, he usually wins a free kick. It's Bruno Fernandes! What a goal, Bruno Fernandes! What have I just seen? Johnny Evans! Was that you, my driller? I've just said driller. I'm that much in shock I've just said the word driller. What is that ball? That ball, if it was from Johnny Evans, whoever it was from, that is world class. I think it is going to be Johnny Evans, isn't it? It is Johnny Evans. It's Johnny Evans. He's onside as well as a goal. That is unreal. That is Rooney Van Persie. First time over the shoulder. Bang. Bang. That is naughty. No goalkeeper saves that. Wow. And that is the 1-goal lead we needed going into half time. And that's what I say, guys. Relax. Relax. We've got this all under control. United have a lead. TNT have fucked it. They've just said it was Rashford's goal. No, my friend, it was Bruno Fernandes. Hold on, do I have Bruno on my fantasy team? Give me a second. Come on then. SB Avenue. You bloody bet I do. I'll tell you what, it's not been a great day. Oh, Ake came on. Nathan Ake came on. Nathan Ake came on. Why did he have to come on? Why is Victor Lindelof my last sub? Bruno Fernandes, good interception. Lindelof. We're just slowing it back down. We need at least two to gain back momentum. 2 matches back to back next is Crystal Palace. There's a joke. Yeah, we got Crystal Palace twice in the next. Our next 2 games are both against Palace. I feel like we had this last season. Did we not? Well, we played Palace 2 games in a row. And that is half time. Half time, Manchester United 1, Burnley 0, I believe. I'm saying it's half time, but might just be that my game's frozen. It is half time. Did we play Palace twice in a row last season? I'm certain we did, because it was it. No, can't have. We played Villa twice, didn't we? Twice in a row, so we lost to them then. Did we do it to Leeds as well? We played Leeds quite quickly after each other. I think it was Leeds. And last year was Wolves. The previous year was Villa. Wolves? We didn't play Wolves last year twice. No, last year was Villa, and then the year before was. Last year was definitely Villa. Must have been. Because it was Unai Emery's first and second game, wasn't it? Because they beat us in the league and then we beat them in the cup. And then the year before was Wolves. Last year might not have even been Wolves. 2 years ago might not have been Wolves. And I remember we did it a couple times against Wolves where we just played them loads in the cup. I don't think that was the year, last year. We lost to Middlesbrough in the FA Cup, and League Cup we lost to. I'm not sure where we lost to the League Cup actually. Who did we lose to in the League Cup last year? Oh, actually we are at home, so I expect fresh. I wouldn't say fresh. I mean, I saw something on Twitter earlier, which I thought was quite funny. It was about the Crystal Palace. Dean Henderson Bless him. He left Manchester United to join Crystal Palace to play. He didn't want to sit on the bench. He has gone to Crystal Palace, has not started yet. Hasn't played a game yet. That's looking like a great move, Dean. That's looking like a great move. Right. Guys, do not go anywhere. Stay in your seats. Because I'm sure you are all sitting down. I'm going to go fill my glass up. And I'll be just back. I'll be back in just a mo. He's going to have a blunder against United in the Cup. It's all written in the stars. Fingers crossed. So yeah, I'm going to go fill my glass up. I would not be long. So BRB. Right. Hold on. I'm back. Sorry, I also had a packet of crisps, and none of you wanted to see me eat that on camera. I'll tell you what is a bit of a piss take? I don't know how many of you, pardon me, that's so rude of me. I don't know how many of you guys watch the F1. We're obviously in Japan this weekend, Suzuka. I don't know about when it's on for you guys. 6 in the morning. 6 in the morning. Are you taking the piss? 6 in the morning. I have to be up to watch that. That is taking the piss, to be quite frank. I know it's a global sport. It's a worldwide sport, but that is still taking the piss. $6 a.m. At least it's not Australia. Australia has you getting up at like 5 or something. Oh, no, that was at 6 as well. Right. Qualifying today was at 7. And even that was early. And that was a bit, you know, like, oh, this is early. But that was alright because as well, we've qualified. At least it's exciting. Like, qualifying's exciting. Like, you're going, oh, they're going full throttle right around the circuit. You're watching out for impeding. You're watching out for Lance Stroll, Logan Sargent to bin it. Logan, what's the word? Logan binned it today. There is a phrase and a saying which I can't think. Obliged, something finally obliged or something like that. He binned it. Obviously, Lance last week binned it. And that is exciting. But, and obviously you know eventually Max Verstappen's going to go win it because he's Max Verstappen. But even, I mean, last week we didn't even have Max in the conversation. That was beautiful. But this week, you're going to get a sit up at 6. And unless Oscar Piastri or Lando Norris or one of the Ferrari boys takes out Max Verstappen, he is going to go win it. Which is just boring. And then eventually Checo will get up to where that car should be, but he's just awful, so he's never there. How Checo Perez is keeping his seat next year, I don't. Well, I do know, but I don't know. Realistically, Checo's keeping his seat because they know he's never going to compete with Max. But he's just, well, you hope he's just about good enough where for the weekend somehow Max gets it completely wrong, he'll be there to win. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. But like, I don't think he's that good enough to do that, really. I think a good portion of that grid is better than Checo. I think Alex is. I'd argue Valtteri Bottas is. Whether or not he is anymore, I don't know. I would make the argument though. Both the Ferrari boys, both the McLaren are better. Both the Mercedes. Ricardo's better. I would even argue Lawson and fucking Sonoda would get more out of that Red Bull car than he is. But there is no changes at half time, so no Amrabat just yet, I'm afraid. We are away for the second half. We got a throw in here. Dallow will go down the line. Can't find Hoyland. Dallow heads it forward once again. Mabry wins the first ball. Bruno Fernandes loses it though to Cullen. Charlie Taylor goes back. And it goes to Trafford in the end. Trafford very good there. Very quickly off his line to deal with any problems. Because Marcus Rashford was right at the back of there of Decali. But Burnley will now look to try and play. James Trafford. Back to Decali. The poor ball. I think it was Johnny Evans who won it. But it's straight back to Burnley. And James Trafford will go to Bayer. Goes back to Trafford. And they're not going to be hurried here. I've got like crisps stuck in my teeth. They weren't even particularly nice crisps. Zero out of 10. I don't even finish the packet. So again, to go through the lineups for those who care, for Man United, it is Andre Onana in goal. Diego Dallo, who is already on a yellow card. Victor Lindelof, Johnny Evans, assist king Johnny Evans, may I add. And Sergio Reguilon, Casemiro and Scott McTominay in the midfield too. With Hannibal Mabry at number 10. Bruno Fernandes is on the right. Marcus Rashford is on the left. And up top is Rasmus Højlund. Now, interesting, Man United have never lost a game when winning at half time since 2014. I was going to say, sure, that happened under Ralph Rangnick. But I suppose we were never in the lead at half time with Rangnick, were we? I feel really grim here. I regret getting that. I regret the crisps. I really, really do. We go long, looking for Rasmus Højlund. Bruno, Hannibal Mabry. McTominay does well, finds Hannibal. So kind of finds it. I think it just more clatters its way into Hannibal more than anything. Charlie Taylor with a throw in. Ball done the line by Taylor. Evans wins the first ball. Dallo just about keeps it on. Finds Casemiro. Bruno Fernandes finds the return ball to Casemiro, who goes back into Bruno Fernandes. Bayer across really well. And United win a throw in deep in the Burnley half here. Come on then. Can we get a second? I mean, what changes? Obviously, we want Amrabat on. We want to take McTominay off. I don't think McTominay's been awful today, by the way. He hasn't been great though, has he? He hasn't been great. I don't think he's been awful. Like, if we're being fair to him. We've had worse performances than McTominay today. Have we actually? I think McTominay has probably been our worst player today. I don't think we've had many bad performances. I think McTominay has been the worst of the lot. But that's not me saying he's been bad. Let's be clear. But my game has crashed. So we're waiting for that to come back. So while we wait, if you are enjoying the stream, please do hit that like button below and subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. That would be greatly appreciated. And we will appreciate, as we can, I'm being shown Bruno Fernandes's goal again. And you can only sit and applaud such genius from Bruno Fernandes there. That is world class, by the way. Absolutely world class. From our little Portuguese Magnifico. Honestly, sometimes I do sit here and wonder, where would Manchester United be without Bruno Fernandes? But the bloke is different gravy. He really, really is. That was a great time for Rasmus Højlund. With the game, I found the game here. Again, we are a little bit behind, so we'll have to kind of stick with this one until we can get the updated one back. But Casemiro goes long, but it was a great chance for Rasmus Højlund. Dalot puts a great ball across the box, and Højlund came sliding in, just couldn't quite reach it. As Rashford nearly runs it out for a throw-in. But here is Casemiro. Oh no. What is Juventus? What are Juventus trying to do? Chesney and Juventus to get caught out trying to play us out from the back, I've just seen on Twitter. Juventus losing again. I'm not surprised. The long ball. Lindelof does well. Heads clear. Balls to Burnley. McTominay. He tries to rule out on the edge of our box and and he loses possession. That is the most Scott McTominay thing I've ever seen in my life. Scott, who do you think you are? Ball in. Lindelof and Bruno Fernandes launches clear. James Trafford. Nice ball. And here comes Burnley. Good tackle from Diogo Dalot. And then instantly gives it away. Instantly gives it away. Here's that Costa flow. Free kicks United. Again, all relax. Why am I just staring at Sergio Reguilon here? Why do you think I care about Sergio Reguilon that much? Roberts to Kosovo. Looks to take on Evans and Maybury. So that was Reguilon and Maybury. And it's a corner for Burnley. About an hour in. Burnley now, Manchester United 1. We have still got a lead. Just about. Ball comes in, easily dealt with by United in the end. There we go. We're in sync now. There's a ball into the box. Rashford actually won it, looking for the ball to Rasmus Højlund, which for an easy tapping right in front of James Trafford's goal. The Carly gets back and makes a really good block. What interception to deny him, but it will be a corner for United. Bruno Fernandes will step up to take it. Whips the ball in. I think it was Højlund went up with Trafford. It's kind of fallen out wide. Hannibal delivers and Trafford doesn't grab it convincingly, but he does have it in his hands now. I've got to say, I'm not been entirely convinced of James Trafford so far. Here's to Carly, out to Bayer. Again, if you are enjoying the streams, please do hit the like button below and subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. That would be greatly appreciated. And hopefully we'll get a Johnny Evans goal fairly soon. That's what we're here for. If Evans scores, we're on a bender. Someone is a sex offender. Here comes Burnley. Oh no. Johnny, do your job, lad. Do your job. It's a good ball in. Andre Onana there to claim the cross. And he moves it quickly into Casemiro, who moves it first time to Marcus Rashford. Finds a Hannibal Maybury out wide. Moves it to first time to Casemiro, who goes long. Looking for the run of Bruno Fernandes. And this is counter-attacking football. And it's Bruno Fernandes now. He will just slow the game down. Gives it to Reguilon and United from a quick counter-attack has a bit of sustained possession, or hopefully we'll have a bit of sustained possession here. It's back on the halfway line with Dalot. The Casemiro turns and finds Reguilon. Rashford, first time back into Reguilon. That touch from McTominay stinks. Hannibal Mabry. Lindelof. Moves it out wide to Diogo Dalot. Go on, Dalot. Ball comes in. Bayer does well. And James Trafford has it in his arms. Since the goal, what we all made of the game. I haven't been massively impressed with United, I can't lie. I'm looking at the bench. Who's warming up there? Can't really tell. Ericsson might be. But I don't see Ericsson coming on. I don't think Donny will come on either. I think you look at that Man United bench, the only players that are coming on are Martial, who is warming up. Martial, Garnacho and Palestri. I really don't see Ericsson coming on. Although I would like to see him come on. I would like to see Donny play, actually. I would love to see Donny van der Beek come on. Ericsson, long ball from Onana. Connor Roberts wins it though. Here's Bayer, look to drive forward. Casemiro with a good tackle. Rashford has it. He must stop for Rasmus Højlund. It's a really poor ball to Rasmus Højlund. And Højlund's done really well. Finds a great run from Diogo Dalot. That is quality play from Rasmus Højlund. Dalot with a poor ball in. It falls to Reguilon on the edge. McTominay shoots! Straight at James Trafford. It went for a crowd of players there. And it's not one of McTominay's better hits. But we know McTominay is capable of hitting them from the edge of the box. Obviously, is he top goal scorer or joint top goal scorer in the Nations League for Scotland from opportunities like that, really? So he's capable. Just that time, it wasn't quite the time. But again, Burnley looking to try and play from the back here. Bayer. James Trafford. Back to Bayer. Goes to Dakali. Trafford has to just clear it out for a throw-in. Really good closing down there from Rasmus Højlund. He was great for Bolton. I get that. He was great in the under-21s World Euros. I get that. I don't think he's a Premier League standard goalkeeper, to be honest. I think he's Championship. And look, that's not me trying to be horrible. I don't think he gives me Meslier vibes, to be honest. Where he just looks a bit young, a little bit fragile. He doesn't look ready for the Premier League. And even when Meslier was getting massive plaudits, I never really believed he was good enough. And I get that same feeling with James Trafford. Now look, I want him to be great. Because then England obviously benefit. As Rashford has it here, looks to play Rasmus Højlund in. Again, it's not a great ball from Højlund. And he's given a free kick. And it is a foul by Højlund there. As we hit the 65th minute. I don't know why. Honestly, there, I thought Rashford would just shoot. I thought that was when you want Rashford to shoot. There. But it looks like Bruno and Højlund have not Bruno. Bruno and Rashford have swapped. So Rashford's playing off the right and Bruno's off the left at the moment. I don't know what the thinking behind that is. Maybe we're looking to bring on a Martial, a Garnacho. which obviously means Rashford will have to move out to the right. I'm not sure. No, Reguilon looks like he's got a bit of a limp going. If Reguilon's injured, we are done. So that means we'd have to move Lindelof right back. And Dallo left back, and McTominay, Casemiro would have to go centre back. Unless, depending on how fit Varane is, he would obviously ideally drop in. I don't think anyone's is about to come on for United. Is that Martial doing stretches? Can't quite tell. As the ball goes over the top. Here, Connor Roberts puts it into the box. Victor Lindelof is there. And it's up and over the bar. And away for a corner. Get Rashford off. His ball making decisions has been poor today. Yeah, I don't think Rashford's been brilliant. I don't think he's been awful though. I think, like I said, I think he's just decision making is just poor. I think he's been useful. And the one time I did actually, like I say, the one time that I do think he should shoot, he tries to pass and it's a poor. And I don't know why he's trying to pass it, because you're taking Højlund wide, so he has to put a cross in. You might as well just shoot, because the pass to Højlund isn't on. And that's what is actually so frustrating about Rashford. It's like the few times where he does pass it in a position is arguing when he should shoot, and when he shoots, arguably a lot of the time he should be looking to try and make that final pass. Ooh, pardon me. We've got about 20 minutes left of this game. Burnley, they've kept possession really well, but when it comes to creating something, they haven't really done it. As United win it here. McTominay moves out to Bruno Fernandes on this left-hand side. Bruno Fernandes. Crossfield ball looking for Rashford. Højlund's picked it up now. Rasmus Højlund. It's with Rashford. Højlund did well until Rashford picked it up. Dallo. Casemiro. Puts it into the box. Højlund goes for it. Bruno Fernandes is saying, come on, Connor Roberts has fouled me there. But I think it's just smart defending, really. Just gets his body and gets himself in front of the ball. Bruno Fernandes is still having words with the referee, but you're never going to get anything for that. Good interception from Casemiro. And it's been a much better performance from him today. Here is Marcus Rashford, who shoots. And that's more like it from Rashford in that sort of situation. Again, I think maybe the pass might have been on there. Here is Casemiro, finds Rashford, McTominay, not McTominay, Lindelof, Johnny Evans. Now it's Scotty. Keep looking over to the sideline. No changes in the offerings at the moment, as Mabry has it. Will make his offering for it. Rashford wins a throw and does really well there, Marcus Rashford. And like I said, I do find it interesting that Marcus Rashford has been moved up to this right-hand side. But this isn't just a momentary thing. Rashford, seems clueless on the right. What shit tactic is this from 10 out? I don't think he's been too bad. Like I said, I do think we must be preparing to make a change to bring on a winger, either Garnacho or Martial. But Martial's warming up, but doesn't look like he's coming on. Having 60 subs in advance. Thank you, NG. And you're a real one, lad. You're a real one. You've been here since day dot. I appreciate you, lad. I appreciate you. Bayer. If you guys want to get us to 600 subs tonight, that would be great. Hit that like button, subscribe. Let's get us to 600 subs tonight. How about that? Obviously, we've got the end of the watch long, and then we've got the Let's Talk, where hopefully there'll be a positive one, where after a good win and an important win, as we're on course to do right now, as Bruno Fernandes gives it away. McTominay's there, good interception from Scotty, finds Rashford, who moves it out wide. It's so poor from Rashford, that, looking for Mabry. How's uni, by the way? I'm a graduate, mate. No, I haven't started work yet. That's in the works. That's in the works. Looking for work. Sooner rather than later, ideally. But yeah, uni's all finished, thankfully. Although my brother has just gone into his third year. So while I might not be in uni, I'll still try and live the uni lifestyle for another year. I'll try and scam myself into a uni lifestyle for a final year. So we got a triple change here for Burnley. Brun Larson, Jay Rodriguez, and Sander Berge. Sander Berge is coming on. I remember when Sander Berge was joined Sheffield United. And Man United and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer were heavily interested in him. So Amadoni will come on his offer Rodriguez. I think we could have guessed that one. Brun Larson for Costello, I imagine. It is. Brun Larson and Sanderberg is on there for. I think that was for Ramsey. Is it? Which I imagine means Brownhill will go advanced. Yeah. Berge will drop in to the double pivot. So still no changes for Manchester United. It is still the same starting 11, which, well, I guess started. Here's Bayer bringing it out from the back. Charlie Taylor. I don't know why we're not making subs. We've got 15 minutes left of this game. What, are we only going to make him the last 10 minutes again? Casemiro, good tackle. Referee's given a free kick. Man. Lincoln, University of Lincoln. Good ball. Brun Larson's in here. Onana, really good off his line. Makes a good save. And a Regulon gets in there just... No, Johnny Evans it was. Just before Jay Rodriguez. He's gone down holding his head. Obviously, formerly teammates at West Brom. He's holding the back of his head. Let's hope Johnny Evans is alright here. Not looking good. It was really good from Andre Onana. Came off quickly. Got the first ball. And Johnny Evans, I mean, he doesn't touch the ball at all, does he? The original one from last, he was onside. Really good. Vincent Company saying Johnny Evans doesn't touch the ball there and takes out Rodriguez. And I'm somewhat inclined to agree with him. I mean, it's not a penalty. I think you see that sort of thing happen all the time. But you can see why a company would appeal for it. Regulon goes off the pitch, and they're showing it again. Regulon, he is. I said he was limping earlier, and he was feeling his hamstring there. We could be in trouble. Jay Rodriguez plays it through. Johnny Evans reads it well and wins the free kick from Brun Larson. Really good from Johnny Evans. And as much as we clowned him earlier, he's not had a bad game, has he, Johnny? Give him his flowers. He's not played badly at all. Trafford to Bayer. Just over 10 minutes to go here at Turf Moor. Burnley 0, Manchester United 1. In the last 5 minutes, Burnley with 90% of the ball. Regulon's also gone into the book now for United. When did Regulon get booked? I don't know. He has been booked. As my game decides to quit out on me. And Regulon does come off. So, I mean, what does that mean for United? Like, formation-wise. So Dalla has moved out to left back, as we expected. I think Lindelof. Are we? Rasmus Højlund plays in Rashford. Not a great ball from Højlund. Should have been further in front of him. No, I think Lindelof actually has actually moved over. Left back. And I think Varane has just slotted in on the right. And I think Dalot stayed on the left. But we now have no left backs. We have 3 left backs out injured. Chat. We have 3 left backs out injured. But how does that happen? Yeah, Lindelof's at left back. What on earth? And by the looks of it, Rashford and Bruno have swapped back over. That's how we now line up. Van der Berg does well. Finds Cullen. Bringing it forward here. Good overlap from Taylor. Ball comes into the box. Omni heads it clear. Well, away for a corner for Burnley. We're into the last 10 minutes here, guys. We need to hold on. We need to hold on. Brownhill with the corner for Burnley. In it comes. Headed over the bar. Out for a goal kick by Sander Berge. It's more of the shoulder than anything from Sander Berge. You know, I get a bit fortunate there. It was a long ball from Andre Onana. Taking down. Well, Bruno and Rashford swap back. Rashford's definitely on the right. I don't think we're going to see any more subs. Bayer. Dicali. James Trafford. Across to Bayer. Dicali out wide to Sander Berge. Cullen. Finally using the ball well here. I'm not enjoying this. I'm not enjoying it. Scott McTominay wins it though. Hannibal Mabry runs into traffic. Another change in the ready for Burnley. That will of course be their last sub they can make. Long ball. Rodriguez is in. Look who's there. Rafa Varane. And it's out for a corner for Burnley. I think we've got to make changes here. Dalot was the one keeping Rodriguez on side. It was really good defending from Rafael Varane. Read the danger. Made himself big. Made a good block. Come on, just deal with this, please. If we concede, I might cry. Honestly. In it comes. Varane's there. And I tell you what, is a big performance from Rafa Varane since coming on. Poor pass, and Hannibal Mabry has it. Goes down the line for Rashford. It's a great ball from Hannibal Mabry. He's there. Where's Rasmus? Rashford's going to have to go alone. Rashford, still Marcus Rashford. Rashford shoots. Connor Roberts with a big save. With a big block, I should say. Rashford did really well there. He was all on his own. Højlund weren't up there. It's a great ball from Hannibal Mabry. Just no United players were ever going to get there. Casemiro was the closest man getting there. He was busting a gut through the middle of the pitch. It's not a bad effort from Marcus Rashford at all. McTominay gets the cross in. Bruno Fernandes just kind of on his toes there more than anything. And we're into the last 5 minutes. Are there any changes coming for United? And you still got players warming up there. Doesn't look like they're going to be coming on anytime soon. And it's a Manuel Benson for Brownhill. Why have we not made a sub? A proper sub? Animal Maybury. Finds Bruno Fernandes. Højlund. Looks for Casemiro, but is well intercepted. Or well won by Burnley. Casemiro just taking it too lightly, as if no one was going to challenge him for that ball. Cullen. Roberts. And a sub is coming for United. I'm not sure who that is. Might be Palestri. No, Amrabat. I think it's Amrabat. Just to help us see this game out. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a Maybury, to be honest. And we'll see McTominay move further forward. As Charlie Taylor has it. Ball into the box. It's beating everyone. It's found Benson at the back stick. Roberts. Berg. Back to Benson out wide. He'll look to try and get the cross in. No. Maybe this time. Gets away from Bruno Fernandes. Edge of the box. He's coming inside and he fires way over. Really good chance there for Burnley. Just couldn't quite play it right. And here comes Amrabat. Johnny Evans coming off. What? What? What are we about to see? Is Casemiro going centre back? What? So we know Amrabat is on. So we can take Evans off. Amrabat's at left back. So Amrabat's debut is at left back. If you don't laugh, you'll cry, won't you? We've signed this great midfielder, and we're playing him at left back on his debut. Go on then. Has he ever played left back before? Which I don't get it, because Dalot can play left back and played it very well against Arsenal. Lindelof can play right back. I'm pretty sure Amrabat can play right back. Yet we've gone, you know what? You can both play left back and leave the guy that can play left back at right back. But here comes Bruno Fernandes down this left-hand side for United. Højlund wants it. Bruno Fernandes is going to go alone. He does now find Rasmus Højlund, who fires across goal. It's a good block from Bayer. That would have been a lovely way to finish it off. It was a good hit from Højlund. Bayer gets across well, makes a big block. Bruno Fernandes will take the corner. We're not really filled the box, have we? Rashford's gone short. Varane in there with Højlund and McTominay. We've gone to the edge where it's Maybury, who looks to head it back in. But it's a poor one, and it's easily cleared. And Casemiro's there in the halfway line to pick it up and launches it into the box for Bruno Fernandes. Connor Roberts has to head it behind for another United corner. There's been 4 minutes of added time. We're already in. We're about just over halfway the first minute of said 4. Colin Roberts is appealing for offside against Bruno Fernandes and saying it shouldn't have been a penalty because of it. I think he might have actually been onside. Here is Bruno. Finds Rasmus Højlund. Looks for the back heel to Bruno. Couldn't find it. Burnley now looking to try and escape United. But Rashford's done so well there to not just make the tackle but also keep it on. And now win the throw. And that is quality from Marcus Rashford. Really, really good from him. We go to Lindelof. Cross to Rafael Varane. Diego Dalot. Varane goes back into Andre Onana. I tell you what, it feels so good to have Rafael Varane back in. Rolls Royce of a centre-half. Højlund. The Bruno. Goes down the line looking for Rashford. Well intercepted. Burnley have it here, but Mabry's won it. Hannibal Mabry. Lovely ball out wide to Diego Dalot. And now where's Rasmus? You want him in the box. The ball in. Bruno! With some sort of acrobatic effort. I don't think it was going in, but it certainly troubled Trafford and he pushed it away. And Charlie Taylor now goes down the line. But Varane's there on the halfway line to easily pick it up. Lindelof goes back to Andre Onana. Good win by Bayer in the air. Hannibal can't win the second, but McTominay now does wing it and brings it down with Mabry. Mabry wins a free kick. I tell you what, for a large majority of the game, or a portion of this game, I didn't think Mabry was really getting involved. But he is now. He's getting involved. He's, like I say, he's just won a free kick there as Bayer goes into the book for Burnley. A minute left of this game as Varane has it and goes back to Victor Lindelof. And Onana goes long. Bayer will bring it forward one last time. One last chance maybe in this for Burnley. Let's hope not, shall we? Has Amrabat actually touched the ball yet? Because I'm absolutely fine if he hasn't. As long as this game finishes how it is. Tommy's dropping into the back line and almost making it a free with Hannibal moving into that double pivot. Almost into like a 3-5-2. Amrabat. That's very cynical from Amrabat. And this is one final chance for Burnley to load the box. Please no. Please no. James Trafford's up. I'm not ready. Benson. Shoots. Straight at Andre Onana. Straight at him. You can see Benson. He looks up to the heavens. And there's a final whistle has been blown. Bruno Fernandes and Hannibal Mabry embrace as United have beaten Burnley by 1-0. We haven't made it easy on ourselves. Burnley will argue they've been the better side today. And in a way, it's hard to kind of say they have. That's not true. Like, more shots, same on target, a dominant share of possession. However, a win is a win, especially given the squad we've got at the moment. I mean, you look at that 11 that finished that game. Amrabat's at left back. Varane isn't fit. Another left back injured. It's Johnny Evans starting. Hannibal Mabry starting. It's not an amazing team, but as you say, Angie, it's an ugly win. First away win of the season. I'll take it, yeah. Performance levels have to improve. But generally, as it goes, we can only do so much. We're in a difficult spell at the moment. We have to take what we can get, and today we certainly did that. Now, we were meant to be doing the Let's Talk. However, I don't really know how easy that will be to do. So I don't think we're going to do the Let's Talk as much as I would like to. It's just with the setup how it is at the moment, while I'm in different surroundings, don't have my proper setup. The Let's Talk where I need both my monitors. Can't really do it, but it's all right. If we're going to look at man of the match, who are we going to give man of the match to? That's the wrong one. I'm going to go... give it to Bruno. I'll give it to Bruno. Shout outs to... I actually think Johnny Evans deserves plaudits. You know what? Actually, I'm giving it Johnny Evans. I'm giving it Johnny Evans. Man of the match, Johnny Evans. Well done. Is that how you pronounce it? How do you spell Johnny? Is it... Oh, double. You've spelled it right. Johnny Evans, man of the match. Fair play. And we'll actually pin that. We'll pin that. But if you guys have all enjoyed, please hit that like button below. Subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. That would be greatly appreciated. See you next time at it's 5 a.m. Respect, brother. Respect. So tomorrow I do plan to do the North London derby. So please do tune in for that. If you are subscribed, if you have got the notification bell on, you'll be notified when we are live for that. Like I said, I do plan to do it. If I can't for whatever reason, I'm sorry. But the plan is to do the North London derby. 600 subs as well. So thank you all so much for that. That is greatly appreciated. For 600 subs. There you go, Angie. My guy. But yeah, so again, thank you all for that. Thank you all for that. It honestly means a lot. But yeah, I'll see you all in the next one in a bit. Peace.